You've lost your benefits. Now what? Hey everyone, welcome to the channel. My name is Richard Slayton, licensed life insurance agent, and want to bring some information to you today and go over some notes and a couple of illustrations about how you can replace your benefits that you may have lost when you become a 1099 employee versus being a W-2 employee, the way that I did when I made my career change. And I'm going to show you how you can replace those things through life insurance. So if you've made that switch yourself, you became a 1099 employee, or you're a small business owner or something like that, where you don't have employer funded life insurance, you don't have employer funded 401k matching program anymore. We want to take some look at what this policy could do for you and the benefits that it could bring into being a business owner, a small business owner, and how that may work in your favor to help you see the benefits of it. Life insurance, really? That's how I'm going to replace all my benefits? Well, I'm going to show you in comparison of a 401k, which is not a bad thing at all, versus the IUL. The 401k is taxed later, where the IUL is funded with already taxed dollars. That's why it can grow tax-free. But if you're still an employee in an employer-sponsored 401k program, you should always take advantage of that and match up to that percentage, and then look at other tools. So this is just a quick comparison to give you an idea, especially like I said, if you're a 1099 employee and now you don't have employee funded benefits, this is a really good option for you. So here's the benefits of it won't go through 401k versus IUL. The tax-free growth, no, you don't have that with the 401k. With the IUL, you do. Downside protection, right? You don't have that with the 401k. You have market risk. With IUL, you don't. You have an index forward, a cap of 0, so you're never going to lose. So if we play cards against each other 100 times, I'm going to win every single time. I like that bet, right? You probably do too. So, and then your early access before 59 and a half, you cannot access your money. Sometimes that's a good thing. Your penalties would be 10%, right? But with the IUL, you can get anytime loans on that, as long as you have your cash value in that. Your tax-free income. So when you retire, that's when you're going to get taxed. So you've built all this big nest egg, and there's nothing wrong with that. It's good to have a big nest egg, but you also got to know you're going to get taxed at that point too, because it's been funded with pre-tax dollars. So they're going to get their tax money, trust me, at some point, right? And with the IUL, you can pay yourself in means of tax-free loans in retirement. So market volatility, you're exposed there again. In IUL, you're protected. And then the biggest thing is like the death benefit. The 401k is not set up, it's not a life insurance policy. There's no death benefit. Your beneficiary would get your 401k and then it would be taxed. In the IUL, your beneficiary is going to get your death benefit tax-free. So those are the major comparisons. Nothing wrong, like I said, with the 401k. I mean, if you're in that program, I'm not saying go pull all your money out, put it in IUL. That's not what we're talking about. We're looking at the pros and cons of each one and how they work with just an illustration. If you're like me, the place you feel most protected is at your home. So we're just going to do a quick illustration on what your IUL blueprint home would look like, So you want to always start your home with the foundation piece, right? That's going to be your strongest part of your home. So that's your death benefit, your legacy. So your beneficiaries are covered, taken care of when you unfortunately pass. The left side here is our tax-free growth. So we're growing our money. We've already paid our tax, so now we're putting it in as growing tax-free. Here on the right side, we have our tax-free access. So we can be our own bank, between taking out our own loans and paying ourselves back and being our own bank. That's the benefit of the access. There's no penalties to access your money as long as you have your cash value in there. And your roof up here is your protection. That is your life insurance. We got to have a nice strong roof, which is the whole life insurance policy, our IUL house. And so we want to build you a custom house on what you would need in the policy with all the different options, the benefit side, the premiums, and the benefits, and everything is customizable. So we want to help build your house. Let's book a consultation, get you on the calendar, go through what your blueprint could look like for you, how we could help you. My name is Richard Slayton. Thank you for watching.